time, Met Department tells journalists that this cyclone has now been declared extremely severe. It is inching towards the Gujarat coast. The cyclone is heading towards the center of the southern bulge of Gujarat, expected to make landfall around Diu, and that would be around later this evening. But Maharashtra makes landfall around 8 is what we are told. The Met Department does forecast extremely heavy rainfall in Mumbai over the next several hours and strong winds up to 120 kilometers per hour. The Mumbai airport has now been shut till 4 p.m. Operations of the Mumbai monorail already was suspended for the day. The Bandra Worli Sea Link has also been closed to commuters till further notice. Orange alert has been sounded in Mumbai, Thane and Palghar districts. There is a red alert in Raigad. NDRF has deployed over 50 teams in Gujarat for rescue and evacuation. 1.5 lakh people have been shifted from the low-lying coastal areas of Gujarat. Flight operations at Surat airport have also been suspended till 6 p.m. In Goa, 2 people lost their lives. 100 houses have been damaged because of extremely heavy winds. Several roads in the state are now blocked. In Kerala, the winds led to damage of property and heavy rains caused waterlogging in several parts of Arapura. As of now, 6 people have lost their lives, 4 in Karnataka and 2 in Goa. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Gopi Maniar, who joins us live from Gujarat, and Pankaj Upadhyay joins us from Mumbai. Gopi, 6 बजे के आसपास लैंडफॉल गुजरात में उम्मीद है, लेकिन इस समय आप वीरावल में है. इस समय वीरावल में क्या सब लोगों को लो लाइंग एरिया से हटा दिया गया है?
बिल्कुल आपको बता दूं कि यहाँ पे लो लाइन जो एरियाज है वहाँ से लोगों को हटा दिया है और कुल मिला के जो 14 डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, और 14 डिस्ट्रिक्ट की बात की जाए तो करीब 1.5 लाख लोगों को इवैक्यूएट करवाया गया है. आपको दिखाते हैं समुंदर में जो साइक्लोन का असर है वो अब देखने मिलने लगा है. जो साइक्लोन है वो फिलहाल जो मेट डिपार्टमेंट के करीब 2 बजे का जो बुलेटिन सामने आया था, उस 2 बजे के बुलेटिन के मुताबिक 220 किलोमीटर दीव से ये साइक्लोन दूर है, लेकिन उसका जो असर है वो अब देखने लगा है और सीवियर साइक्लोन ये टर्न हो चुका है. और उसके बाद जब ये लैंडफॉल होगा तो इससे भारी तबाही मचने के आसार जो है वो फिलहाल जताए जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो साइक्लोन है वो महुआ से लेके पोरबंदर के बीच में लैंडफॉल हो सकता है. हम वेरावल में है जो कि एग्जैक्टली बीच में आता है ये इलाका, और यहाँ से करीब का जो इलाका है दीव, करीब 60 किलोमीटर पे वहाँ पे लैंडफॉल होने की आशंका है. तो माना जा रहा है कि जो भारी नुकसान है वो यहाँ पे होगा. और साथ ही मैं आपको बता दूं गौरव कि यहाँ पे जो कोविड के पेशेंट्स है तो उनके लिए भी एक अलग से इंतजाम किए गए हैं, क्योंकि कोविड अस्पताल है एक और जहाँ कोविड के केसेस है, वहीं दूसरी ओर साइक्लोन आ रहा है. तो हर एक हॉस्पिटल में 24 आवर्स चल पाए इतना जो एक्स्ट्रा ऑक्सीजन है उसे रखने के ऑर्डर्स दिए गए हैं. साथ ही जो वेंटिलेटर और आईसीयू वार्ड जो है वहाँ पे कहीं दिक्कत ना आए, इसलिए वहाँ पे जनरेटर भी रखने के लिए कहा गया है. और साथ ही अगर पेशेंट को कहीं दूसरे अस्पताल में, क्योंकि जो परमानेंट स्ट्रक्चर है वहीं स्ट्रक्चर में कहीं पे कोई दिक्कत आती है तो उन लोगों को तुरंत किसी दूसरे अस्पताल में शिफ्ट करवाने के लिए आईसीयू ऑन व्हील भी रखने के लिए कहा गया है. लेकिन फिलहाल करीब 1.5 लाख लोगों को यहाँ पे जो समुद्र के किनारे पे बसे हुए लोग हैं उन्हें इवैक्यूएट करवाया गया है. जो फिशरमैन है वो उनको भी अब किनारे पे आ चुके हैं वो लोग. तो कुल मिला के देखें तो कोशिश यही की जा रही है कि कम से कम जान का नुकसान हो. गौरव,
यही सबसे बड़ा प्रयास है. That's the biggest effort at this point of time. When cyclone makes landfall, the effort will be to save every life. It becomes a double whammy. It becomes a double whammy, as Gopi Maniar was just explaining to us, Pankaj, because there are a number of patients in COVID hospitals, ICUs, another issue to ensure that they have oxygen supply and they have at least 24-hour power backup. What's the situation like in Mumbai, Pankaj?
So Gaurav, as far as Mumbai is concerned, the weather warning has now been modified. What that means is it's BMC says it's going to rain very heavily for the next couple of hours in the city and the suburban areas. The good thing that the administration did was that it postponed the vaccination drive 1.
Okay, let me take a moment and try and reestablish that audio link with Pankaj Upadhyay because of heavy rains. But there are reports of structural damage to some buildings. There are these 6 images on your television screen. Some of the areas which are likely to get the maximum impact of the cyclone Taukte: Mumbai, Panaji in Goa, Ratnagiri district, Thiruvananthapuram, Uttar Kannada in Karnataka, and of course Surat, Gujarat. These are 6 images on your television screen, and in the next 4 hours the cyclone is likely to make landfall around the Diu area. The Diu belt is where it's likely to make landfall. All hospitals have been told to ensure that they have 24-hour oxygen supply and that they have 24-hour power backup. Now, India Today's correspondents across Mumbai, they fanned out to get you these reports.
And this is Mumbai's famous ceiling. You can see the rising waves. The ceiling has been closed for traffic, but the wind speed is high, and that is the reason why you're not allowed to go on the ceiling. There are cases of trees uprooted, many branches have fallen down. Hardly any traffic on the road at this point of time, but at the same time you can see that the Coast Guard and the police is taking rounds on the Mumbai's various coasts so that the people shouldn't venture out near this coast. At the same time, the BMC has asked people not to venture out at this point of time. They have closed down the vaccination. The COVID centers have been emptied at this point of time. The patients have been shifted to the hospital, especially on those patients who are on the oxygen. There are cranes which has been set up on the roads so that if the trees are fallen, it can be shifted from there. There is a lot of work going on at this point of time, infrastructure work in Mumbai, but the cyclone, the heavy wind speed has hit all the work. It has completely stopped. It is expected that by the evening, the wind speed will go down, the rains will stop, but there is an intermittent rain shower everywhere in Mumbai at this point of time. With cameraman Vaibhav, Sahil Joshi in Mumbai for India Today.
Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the cyclone Taukte had been developing into a very severe cyclone off the Arabian Sea, has now reached approximately 120 kilometers away from Mumbai coast towards Gujarat. But in spite of that cyclone being so far, the entire city is facing heavy rain and heavy gusts of wind. Right now, there are these low-lying areas like Andheri subway. There are many low-lying areas in the city which are already inundated with water, which we generally see during the monsoon. But pre-monsoon, because of the cyclone, these areas are already inundated. With cameraman Prashant Patil in Mumbai, Vidya for India Today.
And I quickly now want to cut across to India Today's Akshita Nandgopal. Akshita is tracking the movement of Cyclone Taukte.
What the movement of the system is going to look like based on the Met Department's prediction. So you can see that today you'll see the cyclone making landfall in the southern part of Gujarat. That's where you're going to see maximum impact of Cyclone Taukte, and then it'll progress further. As it goes further into land, then you'll see it weakening into a smaller system. And in the days to come, there'll be northern parts of Gujarat also and Rajasthan that will get some scattered rainfall. But the maximum impact of the cyclone is going to be on southern Gujarat. Later this evening is when we're expecting this cyclone to make landfall. You can see that the eye of the storm also hits just about today. So it will be late in the evening, in the night, which is when the eye of the storm will pass through southern Gujarat and then make its way further in. As it moves further, there will be rainfall. The forecast of rainfall for Gujarat is for today as well as tomorrow. Let's focus again on the state of Maharashtra, because if you look at the movement of the cyclone, it's just off the coast of Maharashtra currently.
So the eye of the storm likely to impact Gujarat much more. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Vidya, who joins us from Mumbai for more on the story. Vidya, take us through preparations for Mumbai and especially at hospitals. I believe a lot of efforts being made at hospitals to ensure that even during the worst, they're able to sustain people at least for 24 hours with oxygen and electricity.
Well, it certainly is the preparation that has been underway. I'm right now at BKC. This is the area where, if you remember, Gaurav, because of the Wuhan style of entire construction of COVID spaces, COVID hospital that was done at short span, because they are temporary hospitals that had been created, those had to be evacuated. We had seen this during the last cyclone as well. And this cyclone as well, this entire, COVID center had to be cleared out. About 600 patients have been moved out of this hospital. And certainly right now here you can see the Mithi River, which has been the cause of many floods in Mumbai. That is also on a high. Right now you can see extremely high rain and wind that Mumbai is facing because of the cyclone. That this entire Mithi River itself is also extremely, bloated. And this particular area of BKC, where people have been asked not to move out, but you can see a lot of people still moving around here. आप लोग बाहर क्या कर रही हैं? बाहर क्या कर रही हैं आप लोग? भीगने के लिए मना किया है ना प्रशासन ने, मास्क भी नहीं पहना आपने. So there are certainly people like these, in spite of the various orders issued by the government, by the authorities, asking people not to move out. There are people like these who are really risking their life by moving out. But certainly the authorities have tried their best to ensure that people who fall sick because of corona do not really have, they have the ample space. The hospitals which were earlier, had a little space. People from these centers like the BKC COVID center, they have been moved out to the hospitals. The hospitals are trying to ensure that oxygen and every other measure is there in right numbers so that people do not face shortage as well.
Vidya, for the moment, many thanks. There are also reports of structural damage to some buildings. India Today spoke to the NDRF Director General S.N. Pradhan. Let's listen in.
Mr. S.M. Pradhan is joining us on this broadcast. Sir, thank you for taking the time out and joining us here on India Today. It's a difficult time for the NDRF in this kind of rescue operation because we're already dealing with the coronavirus crisis, and amid that, this kind of a natural calamity. So how do you and how does your team really ensure that, you abide by all the protocol as far as COVID-appropriate behavior is concerned, and yet at the same time save lives?
Well, I think you have hit the nail on the head. It was last year also when we were tackling Cyclone Amphan and Nisarg. It was during the time of COVID. COVID had just begun, and I always used to call it a double whammy, a double challenge. I think the double challenge is now quadrupled in this case of pandemic, which is going very, very strong. So yes, it is a tough call, but NDRF is prepared for it. To start with, all the NDRF personnel have been double dosed with the vaccine, so they are well protected that way. They also observe a lot of protocols, including the outfit that they wear. You can see in the background the visual that I'm, showing, which has them wearing full body suits. And that is the kind of preparation they have made, and they also observe a lot of other protocols of hygiene and safety. Because the principle is very, very simple, because this is the beginning of the season, and if at the beginning of the season more people from NDRF get infected, then it will have an impact on the rescue operations in the better part of the season, which has just begun. So yes, this is a challenge, and of course, as far as Cyclone Tauktae is concerned, we are all on ground now. The large teams which have to fly in have flown in from Nagpur, and in Gujarat, as you were saying, more than 50 teams, including SDRF, are already spread across Gujarat in the southern coastal districts. And since Gujarat is going to bear the brunt, the preparations are of a high order. And now that the Met Department has ruled that the at least on the sea, as the cyclone approaches Gujarat, it is going to turn into an extremely severe cyclonic storm category. And when it lands, it will certainly be a very severe cyclonic storm, which is something like 175 to 185 gusting speeds of wind. That is going to be a tough call, and we have to ensure that people are not in harm's way. That's why evacuations have begun since yesterday, and I think the preparations are going on well. And I should hope that we'll come out on the other side relatively with not major loss to life and property.
Staying out of harm's way, extremely important. Remember, when the cyclone makes landfall, wind speeds, as DG NDRF was saying, would be around 175 to 185 kilometers per hour. So what should you do and what shouldn't you do? India Today's Akshita Nandgopal now takes us through the do's and don'ts.
If you're in a city that is going to be facing the wrath of Cyclone Tauktae, here are some do's and don'ts. First of all, the most important is to ignore all rumors about the cyclone, about its impact. Ensure you follow credible sources, that is the Met Department, and whatever advisory the government puts out. Ensure you are in a safe shelter if possible. If you live in a low-lying area, it may be a good idea for you to move out of your residence based on what the government has said. Keep your mobile phones charged to ensure connectivity, because remember that usually this cyclonic storm is coupled with power outages in most areas. Prepare an emergency kit with all the essentials. Keep a medical kit with you as well as all other emergency essentials. Switch off electrical as well as gas supply when the cyclone hits. This is as a precautionary measure to ensure that there is no damage reported. Keep doors and windows of your house closed as well, because the wind speeds will pick up. Again, it will lead to a lot of damage in your residence. Drink boiled or chlorinated water after the cyclone, because very often after this kind of a severe storm, you get a lot of reports about contaminated water.